Hey Bull, it's your boy Red back here, and we're taking a look at some more RWBY Volume 6. We're about to go on to episode 2, I believe it's called Uncovered. Now, just before I actually get started with that episode, I should actually iterate. I should have actually read the episode description for episode 1 before I actually started reading, because that actually clarified which relic it is that Oscar currently has on him. It's the Relic of Knowledge. That's the one they recovered from Haven in Volume 5. I completely forgot that because, like I say, it's been a good few years since I last watched RWBY. So yeah, my memory's going to be rusty from time to time, so do just bear with me. And yeah, so, you know, Volume 6, Episode 1 was great. Argus Limited got the show off to a real good start for that volume. Good action sequence on the train. We met all our favourite characters again. We've also met a couple of new ones. There's an old woman with these, you know, cyberpunk specs that she has on. So we definitely want to find out what her deal is, who she is, and, you know, what she's up to. Why is she there? Is she friendly? Which I'm assuming she is. I'm guessing anyway, at least. And yeah, we'll have to find out what our team is going to be up to now that they've kind of got themselves stranded out in the freezing wilderness. So I'm not going to spend too much time with this intro gassing. We'll get straight to the episode. So jump cut, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be back in a second and we'll start watching the episode itself. Okay, here we go. We're about to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, what do we got? Ah, the opening, of course. Can't forget that. I may have to skip through these from time to time, because I don't think we need to showcase this in every episode. I'll showcase it for this first one, though, and then we'll probably for subsequent episodes in this Let's Watch, we'll probably just cut this out, because it is a good opening sequence. I quite like it. And I think I said this. Did I say this in the last part? But I really like the character expressions. There's a lot of expression in their faces. It's a real good contrast to if you're watching Volume 1 or 2 again, with the, obviously, you know, when it was in a different animation program, and obviously character expressions were a bit more rudimentary. Okay. So we got all our villains there. I didn't really say too much about them, but of the villains, I think Watts, Dr. Watts, is an interesting one. I want to see more of him if we get the opportunity. Okay. Sorry, I'm sort of shifting around on camera here. A dark-robed figure. I wonder who that would be. Or is that maybe Neo? Who knows? I don't know. I've no idea. No idea what to expect. Also kind of wishing maybe I'd got myself a fresh cup of tea before I started watching, but yeah, it's fine. I'll be alright. If my voice goes half a... Oh... Cinder? Oh, are you not dead? Oh god, yeah. No, stay underwater. Stay underwater. Never mind, she got out of the water. I thought you were dead, but clearly not. Well, you failed, didn't you, in your fight with Raven? She kicked your bloody ass. Your sorry backside. Uh-oh. What's Salem going to say about this? I feel like your mistress isn't going to be too... Okay, just don't punch the camera, man. He's just trying to film. Wow. Rip to the poor cameraman who had to die so that he could bring us this episode of RWBY. Oh dear, since Volume 3, Cinder, it feels like you just get more and more fucked up. Oh, you might want to back off, lady. Yeah, you might want to run. She died.
We need to take the relic to Atlas?
That's what I said.
You've got to be joking.
I mean, bright side. We finally get out of this house.
Well, trust me, I'm not crazy about it either. And without the Spring Maiden here to seal the relic back in its vault, it's our best option.
Atlas may be the safest kingdom we have at the moment, but their borders are closed. General Ironwood called everyone back.
Not everyone. The city of Argus is a ways north of us, and it's the primary trading port between Anima and Solitas. They've got the largest Atlas military base outside of the kingdom. There's no way they'd leave it abandoned, and if we play our cards right, I think there's a good chance we could convince them to escort us straight to Ironwood.
I mean, we do have the missing heiress to the Schnee Dust Company.
Ex-heiress, actually.
True, true. But if there's a chance of reward money, I say we go for it.
Hopefully the first option will suffice.
Yeah, Weiss is not
Feeling better.
too enamored about this.
And while I'm sure we could all use more time to recover, I'm afraid time is of the essence.
Right. As long as that thing's out in the open, its power could fall into the wrong hands.
Speaking of, what does it do, exactly? Crow never really told us.
Good question. Is Ospin going to tell you?
Of course. The Relic of Knowledge has a wonderful and incredibly dangerous ability. Its user can ask any question.
Did it just grow in
and the
size?
lamp will provide an answer.
Okay, so it can give you forbidden knowledge as well, I assume.
Incredible.
Indeed. However, it's not without drawbacks. The lamp cannot tell you of events that have yet to happen, and it will only ever answer 3 questions every 100 years.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's not so bad.
Well, we've got our plot
That's a lot of pressure,
MacGuffin.
though.
Then let's put it to a vote! What should we ask first? Oh! Can we ask for more questions? Can we ask for more questions?
They're not wishes.
I'm afraid you won't be able to ask it anything at the moment. The questions were used before I sealed it away.
Well, at least now we know what it is. And we'll be sure to keep it safe.
That's probably a dangerous thing to have in the hands of the bad guys.
Great. This is just great. We're stranded. We lost a third of our party, and we have gained a defenseless old lady.
Oh, I bet you she's not defenseless.
My name is Maria Caravera, and I am not defenseless. I'm just a little hard of hearing.
Good to meet you, Maria.
And blind, without my eyes, that are in desperate need of repair. Okay, I'm starting to see your point.
Yang, knock it off, will ya? If we lose our cool now, we'll just be inviting even more Grim.
Does that even matter? Apparently, we've been attracting Grimm since we left Haven.
Oh, and how could I forget about that? What happened to no more lies and half-truths?
Yeah. I think it's time we got an explanation. I did not lie to you.
Well, you certainly didn't tell us everything about the relic.
Please, now is not the time.
No, we're past that. I want to know why you're still not telling us everything.
It is true that the Grimm are attracted to the relics. It's faint but undeniable. I believe it has to do with their origin, but I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, I feared that making you all aware would only add anxiety and negativity. It seems like the safer option.
You know, I'm getting real tired of people choosing what's best for me.
Is that why you chose to lie to everyone about Lionheart too?
Yes, as a matter of fact. I believed the Kingdom of Mistral deserved better than the truth. And I believed Leonardo deserved to be remembered for his lifetime of service, and not the unfortunate missteps he made in his final years.
Missteps?
What Professor Lionheart did was reprehensible. I am not here to argue differently. But does one lapse in judgment truly negate all of his good? Do we not all have regrets? You may have met Professor Lionheart, but you never met the man he was before Salem found him.
Look, we're supposed to be in this together. You can trust us. We're not gonna turn our backs on you.
Do you really think Leo was the first?
That's the most emotional I think we've seen Ospin
That
before.
he didn't say those exact same words to me? I'm sorry, but you have to understand that my behaviors are backed by experience. I'm not saying that I have reason to think you will betray me. I'm saying that I have reasons for the things that I do, the secrets I keep. The reason I...
Where's the relic?
Where's The relic.
That's not a good sign. Well, at least Ruby's paying
Got
attention.
scattered in the crash.
Please, hand it over.
So all those times you talked about having faith in humanity, that was just for everyone else?
That's not what I meant to suggest. Miss Rose, the relic is a powerful item, and I simply feel as though it is my burden to bear.
But you said it couldn't do anything right now.
Why does it matter who carries it?
I need you to listen to me.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, what? I just knocked my
Hurry.
headphones cable.
Trying to stop you.
Stop her from what?
He's afraid he'll find out what he's hiding.
What's going on?
Jen. Say her name to summon her.
Her name?
What? What? Huh?
Jin?
What?
Yeah, what? What? What's happening? Ruby, did you just summon the Elder Gods? Bloody Cthulhu or someone gonna show up? Ah. Hello, hello. Who we got here? That's unexpected.
Wonderful. Tell me, what knowledge do you seek?
Well, happy to meet you as well, Jin. Still wondering what the old woman's deal is, though. Ah, you, yeah, might want to put your hood up. Before anyone sees you. Okay, maybe she's the hooded figure then, in the opening credits. Cinder. Is she being followed? Oh. Well, this is tense. People with spider tattoos, what does that mean?
That's far enough. Okay.
Criminals?
You're Little Miss Malachite?
I'm Little Miss gonna skin you alive if you ever take that tone with me again. Looks like your life-saving.
Wasn't Malachite the surname of the twins? Who worked for Junior, or whatever it's called, in
What do
the
you want
yellow
for 'em?
trailer?
I'm looking for these travelers.
Ah.
Well, sweetheart, you came to the right place.
Uh-oh.
A little jumpy today, hmm? You know, I used to be afraid of spiders. Want to know what I did about
So
it?
clearly, I think these are bad guys as
Kill
well.
them.
Oh no, the world needs spiders. I just made the spiders work for me.
Okay. So these are all probably bounty
Give us a
hunters.
We'll find your travelers.
Yeah. Question is, what will they do when they find them? Will they just seek to kill them? Capture them? Who knows?
Little miss, we already know where they are. That big guy asked about them last week.
I know we know. But what we don't know is who here in Mistral might be asking about her.
Ah, okay. Are they playing both sides?
I am Jin, a being created by the god of light to aid humanity in its pursuit of knowledge. I've been graced with the ability to answer 3 questions every 100 years. You're in luck, as I'm still able to answer...
That's enough!
2 questions this era.
Oh. Well, Osmond's not having any of it, is he?
It's a pleasure to see you again, old man.
Ruby. Please. Don't.
Hey,
Oh.
do whatever you think is right, kiddo.
Jin? What is Ozpin hiding from us?
No!
Hmm?
What? What?
Okay.
Weiss? Yang?
Blake!
Ruby?
Are they all just
Ruby?
in their own individual weird...
Once upon a time,
What? Huh?
there stood a lonely tower.
Okay.
It sheltered a lonely girl. Named Salem.
What? What? No, you can't. Hey, whoa! Oh, Nelly, no, you can't end it there. Okay, interesting. So hang on. The Salem we know was actually once young and beautiful? As in evil Salem? Grim Lady Salem? Her? Interesting. We're getting backstory. Alright, so that was episode 2, Uncovered. We're getting backstory. This is curious. So, I think, you know, very much from the beginning of RWBY, when you look back over everything we've learned, like Volume 1 for example, it's been pretty heavily implied that Ozpin and Salem do have some kind of backstory or history to them. Because the thing is that if you go back to Volume 1 for example, at the very beginning of RWBY, you had Salem giving a monologue and then Ozpin sort of responding to it with just one line, which would imply that they were kind of having a conversation. So there's clearly some backstory between those two, and I guess episode 3 is going to start uncovering what exactly that is. So, you know, for some time now, I kind of feel like RWBY has been hinting that Ozpin is a character who we shouldn't be too certain of whether we can trust or not, whether there's something he's hiding, and I guess now we're finally going to actually learn something. So I'm curious to know what it is exactly, and whether it is something that makes Ozpin potentially untrustworthy or not. We'll see. Or whether it kind of makes him out to be a much more morally grey character than perhaps he has been in the past so far. So we'll see about that in due course. Certainly wasn't expecting that the Relic of Knowledge would summon what was essentially a big genie woman, but new character there. Cinder is still alive. I thought she was dead, and I'll be honest to you, part of me was hoping that she was going to be dead, but clearly not. So the question is, when Salem finds that she's still alive, what's going to be her reaction from that? And on top of that, Cinder, it seems, is trying to get the help of what I'm assuming are a bunch of criminals and bounty hunters to find the main characters. But those same characters, well, those same bounty hunters, maybe seem to be playing both sides, so we'll see what their deal is, no doubt, in the coming episodes as well. So it's all happening. Things are happening very quickly, and I'm definitely all for it. So I hope you'll join me for when I do my reaction to Part 3, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what's going on next time. In the meantime, of course, Propagandist is my second channel. Go check out my General Red Strategist channel if you want to, if you're interested in gaming content and all that, especially eclectic gaming content. And other than that, hope you enjoyed. Other than that, I'm starting to repeat myself now. I always tend to do this. I start to ramble and say the same things repeatedly. Goodbye, everybody.